Hello everyone, this is Opinion. On 17 September 2011, more than 1,000 protesters walked on the streets of Manhattan to protest the greed and profiteering of financial institutions, the powerful money view of American politics, and social injustice, starting a protest called Occupy Wall Street. Carrying the slogan, "We are the 99%, people reminded the public that the society is made up of 99% of the ordinary people and the 1% of the very rich, and angrily complained about the deeper problems in the U.S. in the economic, political, and social spheres. 10 years later, the protest is remembered with mixed feelings. According to The Guardian, that some Americans believe that Occupy Wall Street contributed to the transformation of American history. Some believe it was a complete failure. It will be an asterisk in the history books. On September 10, the Philadelphia Inquirer's communist Will Bunch recorded at the first. The main street media ignored the Occupy Wall Street movement. Then, people mocked the protesters, calling them dirty smelling hippies. Later, New York and Philadelphia stopped pretending to respect the protesters' freedom of speech and calling the military and police to forcibly clear the protesters with paper spray and buttons. 10 years after Occupy Wall Street, the problem of social injustice and the gap between rich and poor in the U.S. has become increasingly serious. According to data released by Federal Reserve in June, the richest 1% of the nation's population already controls nearly 16 times more assets than the bottom 50% of Americans. The Center for American Progress reported in September that the wealth of the richest 0.1% of Americans has nearly doubled in the last 40 years. During the pandemic, the wealth of riches in the U.S. have reached a new record high, while millions of people have faced financial difficulties. In terms of the racial wealth gap, depending on the measure, white Americans now own 4 to 7 times wealth than African Americans. Pepper spray and buttons solved the problems of protesters sleeping in Zuccotti Park, but far from solving the deep-seated problem of divide between rich and poor. On 14 September, an opinion article on The Atlantic said, "Then, almost as quickly as it had arrived, the movement appeared to vanish, leaving behind little except for the language of 99 and the 1%. In the decade since, the wealth gap has only widened. The rules haven't changed. Our system remains rigged to benefit those at the top." Okay, this is Opinion. See you next time.